McIntyre, why haven't you left yet? Please don't tell me I woke you up.
What time is that meeting?
You've got about 8 minutes till it starts.
Right. I'm there. Bye.
I just woke him up.
You're probably wondering what's going on. My friends and I are supposed to pitch this idea to some hierarchy for a TV show we're wanting to do. We turned in our proposal a week ago, but it all comes down to how we do in this interview. It took us all 2 weeks to agree on how we wanted to do the show. We argued and argued. See that woman next to me? That's Laura. She's producing the show. We've been pretty good friends for a while now, and people keep asking me when something's going to happen between us. I think this is a pretty good question. The other two guys are Larry and Victor. Larry is my roommate and best friend since the 6th grade. This morning he set all the clocks ahead 1 hour while he thought I was asleep. He doesn't know much about TV production, but he's trying.
Why don't we dress him up in orange and blue and call him the Super Reporter?
Anyway, next is Victor. He's the assistant producer and cameraman. And, so far, the guy that keeps everything together.
Okay, wait! I know what we can do.
Provided, of course, we get to do a show.
You are so lucky. How can you be late? I set the clocks an hour ahead.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Well, they're running behind.
As expected.
But we're next.
Yeah, and don't think it's going to be so easy. The last group had 2 people who were crying in it.
They weren't crying, were they?
What was their program about anyways?
It's some Oprah-type show talking about the special interests of the school.
How do you know?
I talked to the producer in the bathroom.
He said my ideas were rehashed garbage.
That's okay, man.
Listen, guys, all we have to do is tell him exactly what he wants to hear, and then he'll give us the go-ahead. And then we can do whatever we want.
Hey, Scott, I guess you guys got approval.
Yes, I'd say we did.
What is your show about?
It's a bi-weekly documentary of the wildlife and the surrounding areas. We call it Our Friends, the Animals.
Laura Jones, your group is next.
Oh, guys, by the way, in case your program doesn't make it, we could use some cameramen to help us.
I'm sure we'll do just fine.
Maybe you're right. There seems to be a lot of room under us.
Kiss my butt!
Don't worry about them. Just tell Williams what he wants to hear. We'll be taping by night.
Laura Jones, your group is next.
We're trying to show some of the different social aspects of campus. Well, some things that may seem trivial at first, but later they come off as being quite interesting and entertaining.
We were also looking into showing some of the local wildlife.
I've never been so embarrassed.
This is where they let me have it.
Mac, what in the world were you thinking?
Maybe I deserve this.
Didn't it occur to you that he'd know where we suddenly got the idea to film wildlife?
Actually, no. The old man wasn't buying it anyway. They're just upset because we didn't get approval.
That's it. All that work for nothing.
I'm just sorry it has to be the end.
It doesn't have to be. We've got all the plans. All we need is...
The equipment, the grade.
Look, this was much more than a grade to me. It was a chance to have our own show.
We're all with you on that part, Mac. We just don't have access to the school's cameras.
I've got that covered.
What?
Okay, just saying that we could do the show. Didn't William say it was a pile of dung?
Williams is just having a difficult time trying to catch our vision. So we're just going to have to show it to him. Who's with me?
You sound like you're in a bad movie, Mac.
Okay, big man. Where do we start?
No, I just really think we should go with the first idea.
Our audience would think every show would be like that.
What if our first episode was the library scandal? No, wait, I don't like that. Try something more like This Reporter Thinks.
Well, if I say it like that, then I'll just be repeating myself.
I'll just cut out the entire paragraph. Hey, McIntyre, why don't you read through it first? Before we start taping.
No, I've got it. Let's just get started.
Are you sure?
What library scandal are you talking about?
The one where the student librarian isn't charging her friends for late fees.
What? We're not doing that kind of trivial garbage.
What are you talking about, garbage? This is good stuff. It's a scandal.
No way are we going to do that in this show.
Excuse me, could the producer say something? And type your own parts.
Laura, now, you just misunderstood.
Oh? Well, explain it then.
It's just that
Laura, I think what he's trying to say is that because you're a female. Well, females are just, the building is not... Shoot! How many times do we just go through that?
Quite a few times. It's okay, Mac. We'll just fix it up in editing. We can edit, can't we?
How much more do we have to do?
Well, just a little bit.
I thought we'd never get through all this. I can't believe how long it's taken us. Where's Victor?
Victor said he'd be up here later. McIntyre's supposed to be here already. I don't know where he is.
You guys ready?
No, we'd like to wait 5 more. Where's he going?
Hey, Sammy, look up. I'll be in here if you need anything.
Okay.
Okay, we're not going to get 1 extra minute. Larry, I'm going to need you to make that call right now. Okay.
Hey, McIntyre, were you planning on using the editing suite?
Yeah, did you not know about it?
No, Dr. Williams didn't say anything about it, and you have to head and sign the release form before you can use it.
Yeah, I've got that. Come here a minute.
Excuse me. Hello, CNTV 30.
Hey, sorry I'm so late.
Oh, that's okay. I'm almost finished with the first part here.
Okay, excuse me.
Did you say the TV station went dead? Or your TV?
No, senor. It's just the school channel.
Hold on, I'm checking. I don't know what to tell you. Picture's coming in clear over here. It must be your TV.
Oh, that's good. Stop it there.
TV bad picture, senor. Not very good.
Well, sir, I don't know what to tell you. The signal's putting out fine over here. Well, maybe you could describe it to me in Spanish. I speak it fluently. Hello? Hablo español.
Here you go, Sammy. Left it in my car.
Thanks.
Guys, I've never edited so fast in my whole life.
I'm just glad we got it done. 'Cause I don't think Sammy would have fell for that again.
Why? What did you tell him?
I gave him an old release form from the file cabinet.
What?
He'll never figure it out. Sammy.
Oh, guys, I'm beat. Wait a second. When exactly is the show going to air?
Yeah, Mac, what's your plan from here?
Well, I won't exactly know when the show airs until tomorrow. But I'll take care of everything until then.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
Later, Victor.
Good night, Vic. What?
What are you doing?
Standing here?
Really, I couldn't tell. Really, Mac, what is your plan?
It's really no big deal.
As a producer, I think I should know.
Oh, I see. Tossing our weight around here, are we?
Well, first of all, I think you should let me worry about my weight. And secondly, the whole show was my idea.
Laura, part of being a producer is delegation. Now, you've given a job to me, and now it's up to me to complete it.
But it's my job to make sure that it gets done.
Laura, if you didn't trust me with this, then you shouldn't have given it to me.
Okay, fine. You do it. I'm gonna go back to my dorm.
Well, I might as well walk you back. So, lads and lasses, McIntyre was finally able to persuade his friends into doing a show. And now, after leading them to believe that he has some marvelous idea how to get their show in the air, we find Mac with no clue what to do next. Caller number 1, what do you say?
Yeah, I think McIntyre should tell his friends the truth. He has no idea what he's gonna do next, and he's sorry he pushed him into it, the dirty bum.
Thank you, caller. I think we've heard enough.
Mac, did you say something?
Sorry, Larry. I didn't mean to wake you up.
Everything go okay?
Yeah, it went great. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Hello? Can I see Mr. Williams?
I'm sorry, Dr. Williams isn't in.
Do you know when he'll be back?
He's not keeping office hours today. He'll resume his normal office hours tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
Oh, you're a broadcasting student, aren't you? Can you take these up to the studio and save me the trip? Thanks.
Sure.
Live shrimp. It's on
Hey guys, what's up?
McIntyre, where have you been? What happened? Is our show going to air?
Yeah, it's gonna air. Hang on, let me get my food.
McIntyre, wait a minute. What happened?
I took care of it.
Is it going to air tonight?
Yeah, why?
Are you sure?
Yes, why?
Mr. Williams has had J. Tyler Hand here with him today. You know how he always talks about knowing him.
Who? The Academy Award-winning screenwriter. You know, he wrote Don't Hurt That Hummingbird. Mr. Williams' class is giving him a screening of all the programming.
Williams is gonna watch tonight?
Well, who cares? J. Tyler Hand is going to see my work.
I gotta switch the tapes back. Switch what? I switched the tapes. The Animal People for hours.
What? Why? What did Williams say?
I couldn't get in to see him today.
So you switched the tapes, just like that.
I thought I'd just slip it in and out and no one would be able to tell the difference. How did I know Williams was gonna watch tonight?
If he sees that tape, we'll never get it aired again. We'll never air anything again.
Going to J. Tyler Hand film preview.
Okay, that was Reba Valley's video show, Power Source. Next up, we have Henry Standifer's show on local wildlife with his documentary, Our Friends the Animals.
Hello, I'm McIntyre, and welcome to this first episode of Manual Focus. This structure behind me could probably be called the most recognized building on campus. The Henderson Humanities Building was built in 1974, named after Dr. John T. Henderson. It is the second building to carry the Henderson name. The first building, Henderson Hall, was erected in 1917, but was tragically destroyed by fire several decades later. Since its beginnings, Henderson Building has been given 3 floors for its pursuit of excellence, with classes in English, religion, philosophy, foreign languages, and communications. But what about its mysterious 4th floor?
Henderson has a 4th floor?
I never had any classes up there.
Me either.
The college has long since tried to keep the 4th floor of Henderson unknown or off limits to all students. The elevator in Henderson will only allow the common passenger to ride up to the 3rd floor, and the 4th floor doors are always locked tight. With space becoming cramped and the need for new rooms in Henderson, why doesn't the college use the 4th floor? Well, our research team did some digging, and this is what we came up with.
The college prevents anyone from going into the 4th floor because it's haunted. It's thought that after the destruction of the original Henderson Hall, that the late Dr. John Henderson could not find his rest. And so, he left his place in the great beyond to dwell in the 4th floor. Me and
some others have worked late nights in Henderson practicing a play. One night in particular, I remember hearing some moaning and some rattling of chains. I just thought it was one of the others playing a joke. But when everyone was accounted for and the moaning continued, we just got out of there.
One night around 12:30, I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk across campus. When I got around the Henderson building, I heard someone groaning. When I looked around, I could have swore I saw someone looking down at me from the window.
With all of this talk of dead presidents haunting the 4th floor, what does the college have to say?
Well, it's been rumored that the 4th floor of Henderson is haunted. The only people who believe that are the ones who believe that Elvis is still alive and on the verge of a comeback.
So the college denies any haunting of Henderson.
Any references to a dead college president living on the 4th floor is not known to this institution.
Of course the college denies it. Do you know what would happen to enrollment if word of this got out?
The college said that the only ones that would believe this would also believe Elvis is alive.
Oh, Elvis has been here. He comes here whenever he can't find rest at Graceland. And I know for a fact that the college has had at least 2 exorcisms with nothing coming of it.
Well, here we are with security. After several hours of red tape, we're going inside to see what is in the 4th floor of Henderson. Well, I see some chairs, and it seems that they've been storing boxes up here, but I don't see. I don't.
I guess we had a little bit of a mix-up there. That was our last tape. So now we'll hear from our guest speaker, who is known worldwide for his screenplays, Mr. J. Tyler Hand.
Well, I've seen some up-and-coming talent here this evening. Dr. Williams, you have some people doing very interesting work, and especially that group that did the show on music videos. And oh, to the group that was able to get their show put in without prior approval. Way to go. Sometimes you have to simply go the extra mile to get your work noticed. Hopefully you received your break here tonight, and providing you haven't gone too far and irritated your sponsor.
Guys, if there's any punishment to be handed out, I just tell Williams it will rest with me. The only thing that was done wrong was the switching tapes, and I just...
Laura Jones, Dr. Williams will see you now. I'm sorry, gentlemen, you'll have to wait here. Dr. Williams is only seeing the producer.
Who's the producer here? It'll be okay.
Laura.
Well, I guess you're waiting to hear what he said. First of all, he was glad that we felt so strongly about the show that we wanted to use our own equipment. Of course, he said we shouldn't have used the edit suite without permission. Then he asked me if I had any idea how our tape got into last night's programming.
Well, what did you say?
Well, I told him the truth. I said that it must have happened when McIntyre took up the tapes for Juanita last night.
You did what?
Relax, he thinks it was an accident. Anyway, I stretched it a bit, and I told them that we lost the tape, and then when you remembered where you think you could have lost it, and, well, that's kind of how we ended up at last night's viewing.
What did he say?
Well, he seemed to believe me. Anyway, he and J. Tyler Hand were so impressed with our show that, well, they've decided to give us approval.
This is fantastic. We got our own show.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Hey! I wouldn't be celebrating so quickly if I was you. McIntyre, you and your friends have sunk lower than I could have imagined. You cheated us out of our opportunity to show our work, to show it to J. Tyler Hand.
He didn't get to see your tape?
Well, yeah, he saw it, but the mood was broken. You ruined our big break to air that pile of dung. Listen, Henry. No, you listen. Today you've made an enemy.
Well, come on, let's celebrate.
Yeah, let's go get some ice cream.
Guys, he seemed really mad.
Well, he was. Partly because I switched the tapes. But I think it's mostly because the show isn't better received.
What?
Apparently, J. Tyler Hand doesn't care for wildlife documentaries.
Well, come on, Mac. Vic, let's take your car.
Why my car?
Because you've always got gas.
Oh, that's so fun.
You guys go on. I'll catch up in a minute.
Hey, guys, let's try out that new shop.
Yeah.
Well, that about wraps everything up. Well, except for one thing. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Mac, I want to know when you're going to get with that Laura chick.
Oh, I'm afraid we're out of time. Well, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tune in again next week. Hey, guys, wait up.